Here with Coach John Haskins heading into this weekend's game versus Clayton State. Last night, lost to a tough Mount Olive team, 62-56. Coach, what are some things you want to work on after last night's game heading into the Clayton game this weekend?
Well, obviously, Clayton presses, so we want to handle traps and double teams, and I thought we did a very poor job of that last night in terms of getting outlets and getting it out of the double team and then attacking. So that's one. I think the second thing is staying organized when things get disorganized. You know, I think staying in a structure and not just going helter-skelter just because the defense is running around, flying around, trapping and stuff. We've still got to stay somewhat in a structure and play sound basketball.
Last year, you guys went to Clayton, lost that game. Obviously, this year, new players, new team. Clayton ranked number 15 in the country. What can we expect out of Clayton State?
I don't really think they've changed much over the last 10 years, even though they've changed coaches. It starts with getting your defense set, and that starts with handling their press and not giving them easy transition baskets against pressure. So I think we've got to do a good job of being strong with the basketball, getting our outlets, handling the basketball, and making good decisions. Then when we miss shots, we've got to get back. I mean, they like to push the ball and they like to attack the rim. And so keeping our defense set, making them play against a set defense. And on the flip side, making them guard our stuff in a half court versus, being disorganized and throwing up quick shots or turning the ball over, that type of thing.
Clayton has two of the top 15 scorers in the conference, Tierra Johnson, Andrea Benford. You spoke a little bit about their defense. What do they do on the offensive end of the floor?
Well, again, they push. I mean, they really attack in transition and then play a lot of round one in the half court. Quick guards that'll attack, a lot of penetrating pitch, shoot the ball, go get it off the offensive glass. Those are two very good players, one on the perimeter, one in the post. So, but they've got a lot of good players around them. So we're going to have to do a good job defensively. I think as you do with most athletic teams, you kind of got to pick your poison, so you got to hope they don't make a lot of threes. Try to keep your defense kind of compact and hope they don't make a lot of shots, and then do a good job of rebounding.
I'm sure you guys are excited for conference play to begin. What's going to be the main difference between Peach Belt conference play and your previous non-conference slate?
Well, I think everything just raises up a notch, in terms of the caliber of competition. Not that we haven't played good teams non-conference, but the Peach Belt top to bottom is just so competitive. Our league's probably more athletic than the other leagues we've played against so far this year. And then, it's conference play, so that everyone counts and trying to make, your first goal, which is qualify for the conference tournament. So they're all important, and it starts with our game at home on Saturday.
Here with Coach Ben Miller heading into a game this weekend against Clayton State, coming off a 79-71 win against Mount Olive. Coach, what are some things you can take away from that game heading into this weekend's game against Clayton State?
Well, we had some moments, but I don't think we sustained our focus for 40 minutes. And I think getting into Peach Belt play, the intensity level, the scouting reports, everything's going to be at a higher level. And so our play, our focus, our energy's got to elevate to have a chance to compete in what I think is one of the best leagues in the country.
Last year, you guys went to Clayton, lost that game. Obviously, new season, new teams. What can we expect out of Clayton this year?
They're really good. They have 3 or 4 guys that are potential all-conference players, very well coached. They've got good balance and I think good depth as well. So it's going to be a battle. I think our guys are anxious to get Peach Belt play started. And I think there's going to be a lot of great teams in the league, and Clayton State's definitely one of those. I think that'll be competing for a championship.
8 games this season so far, 5 different leading scores in those games for the Braves. What has the balance been like for your team? Obviously, a lot of guys really contributing early on.
I think it's nice when you got that many weapons, and I think our guys are unselfish. They do share the ball. We pass it fairly well, and I think they know that we got a lot of guys that are capable. So we haven't had guys forcing too many shots, and I think guys that are willing to make the extra pass. I think our execution's got to get a lot sharper with our screens, our cuts, those little things that are going to be critical this time of year.
You mentioned it earlier, your team's really excited heading into conference play. What's going to be the difference between conference play and your non-conference slate?
Well, we try to schedule really good non-conference opponents that prepare you for the conference games. But I think the Peach Belt, I know our staff and our players as well have such respect for the league. The depth of the league, the talent, and the quality of the coaching is just at a higher level. I mean, they're going to know us very well. set plays we call, they're going to be ready for them. So sometimes your first option isn't always open, so you got to look at the second, third, and just be ready to make plays as well. But the biggest thing I think is defense, rebounding. The teams that do that consistently are going to have a chance down the stretch and throughout the season. Everybody's got talent in this league, so you got to show up every night ready to play and ready to go to work.